Friends, it was a routine phaco. The nucleus has been managed. Now the epinucleus. The epinucleus, I am pulling the epinucleus from 3 o'clock, and now I made the bevel down and trying to remove the subincisional cortex, and here it is. Suddenly I catch the posterior capsule. So at this moment I ask my assistant to inject visco and then come out. So I have become a knowledgeable fool. I know that precedent can occur if I make the bevel down and try to catch the subincisional cortex, but I did that. Now I have to manage this precedent. I can find a tag here. I'm trying to hold this tag and trying to convert this rent into a posterior rhexis. Yes, I've been able to hold this tag and I've been able to convert it into a rhexis. And now I made a paracentesis at 6 o'clock and irrigating from there intermittently and doing vitrectomy. I am doing intermittent irrigation so that I don't hydrate the vitreous. And after doing some amount of anterior vitrectomy, my plan is to remove this cortex. So I introduced a Simcoe cannula from the 6 o'clock paracentesis and I pulled this epinucleus toward 6 o'clock and I could do that. Very good. Now the epinucleus is over posterior capsule. Now I have asked for viscoat and here I am using a lot of viscoat to plug this rent, and then I am using a Simcoe cannula to remove the cortex, which is now at 6 o'clock. Yes, the cortex has been nicely removed, and now I'm going to remove some cortex from 4 o'clock, and now I want to implant the intraocular lens in the capsular bag. Since this is a posterior rhexis, it will not extend, and I enlarge the main incision so that I can comfortably go into the anterior chamber and deliver the lens slowly, and so that the leading haptic goes into the capsular bag. Here it is. The leading haptic is going into the capsular bag. And now I take a Sinskey hook. Yes, the leading haptic has gone into the bag. And now I dial the trailing haptic and place it in the capsular bag. And now a lot of viscoelastic substance is in the anterior vitreous, and probably some cortical matter is also there. So I want to go again into the anterior vitreous with the vitrectomy cutter. This is the inbuilt cutter of Oatley Cataracts 3. It's a pneumatic cutter and cutting rate is 1200. The vacuum I'm using is 150. and cutting rate is maximum 1200. So adequate anti-vitrectomy is being done. The irrigation is over the intraocular lens and the cutter is behind the intraocular lens. It is actually going through the rent into the antivitreous. It is about 2-3 millimeter behind the posterior capsule. And now I come anteriorly and do some vitrectomy in front of the main wound. And that's it. It's looking nice now. Inject air, pilocarpine and a bit of triamcinolone acetate to see if there is any vitreous strands in the anterior chamber. Now I do a thorough lavage of the anterior chamber and I find that there is no vitreous strands in the anterior chamber. The message that I want to convey in this video is we should never try to catch the epinucleus with bevel down. I know this, but still I did this and I faced this situation. Thank you very much for watching. Please check integrity of all the wounds. There should not be any leakage from any side. If there is any leakage, please put sutures. Thank you very much for watching. Hope this video will help you in managing your posterior capsular rent cases.